like to talk about one aspect of movies and television and magazines and things like that and how they're affecting our body image. I went to a conference once on body image and eating disorders. And in this conference, the presenter talked about this movie. And I don't know if any of you have seen it or not. It's a really old movie. It's called Pretty Woman. And in this movie, the actress that you see is Julia Roberts. At this time, she was the number one actress in the world. She was making more money than any other actress. Everybody wanted to go to movies that she was in. And what was interesting is this is a billboard. And in this conference I went to, they actually showed how Julia Roberts, the most sought after actress, paid more than any other actress at that time, that she wasn't even pretty enough, that she wasn't even attractive enough to use on her own billboard. It showed how they took her head and put it on someone else's body, and then they even computer generated that to make it look exactly how they wanted. So we have all these young girls at that time saying, I want to be like Julia Roberts, when in fact Julia Roberts isn't even good enough to be Julia Roberts. And that's what's really sad about how the media portrays women or men as far as that goes. You know, there's a lot of men that are very insecure because they don't have these big, huge, bulky muscles, when in fact what they see a lot of times isn't real, or has been, the person has used some kind of supplement that's such as steroids that's not legal, or whatever the case may be. But again, we're talking about comparison, and it's not realistic. So because our body image is so low because of movies, TVs, again, social media, all these things that we've talked about, here we have what's average when we look in magazines, and when we look at a typical model that young women are trying to pattern themselves after. You can see the average model is 5'7" to 5'10", 115 pounds, a size 8 dress size. We're talking about adult women. Now, an average healthy woman in America today is about 5'4", 140 pounds, and a size 14 dress. That's average. That's a healthy woman. A lot of difference between what the media is saying is attractive and what is realistic. In fact, what would your guess be that the percent of women that can actually attain that average model size, height, size, everything? Would you be surprised that it's less than 1% can attain that naturally? But yet that's what the media says we're supposed to be looking like as a young woman. Well, no wonder the body image is so low. One other thing that's interesting about this, if you go 5'4", 140 pounds, what's interesting is earlier on in history, many of you have heard of Marilyn Monroe. She was the bombshell. She was what all women wanted to look like, and men wanted to date. And that was her size, approximately, about 5'4", about 140 pounds. In today's society, what would the media do? They'd be saying, oh, she's kind of pudgy, she's got to lose weight. It's amazing that we let the media dictate our happiness. And because of this, I'm going to show you some statistics that blow me away every time I see it and make me honestly really sad because of what the media and the social media is doing to the body image of especially young women.